Most bowlers don't actually have a spare routine. They just walk up, throw the ball, and hope their feel is good that day. The problem is feel changes, pressure changes, fatigue changes, laying conditions change. That's why having a repeatable spare routine is probably one of the most important things you can build in bowling. So in this video, I'm going to show you 5 steps to build a spare routine of your dreams so you can become more confident, more repeatable, and more consistent under pressure. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, step number 1 is identifying your starting position. Most bowlers are inconsistent before the shot even begins because they're not starting in the same place consistently. Your feet matter, your alignment matters, your setup matters. If your starting position changes every shot, your spare angles are constantly changing too. You need repeatable reference points. That means knowing where you stand and making that setup feel automatic every single time. The more repeatable your starting position becomes, the easier it is for your brain and body to trust the shot. Step number 2 is you need to pick a target you trust. One of the biggest mistakes bowlers make is aiming too generally. A lot of people are looking at an area instead of a specific target. Great spare shooters are very specific. The more specific your target becomes, the more repeatable your spare shooting becomes. Your eyes control confidence more than most people realize. When you look at a clear target with confidence, your body reacts differently. Step number 3 is you need to create a repeatable laydown. A lot of bowlers out there only focus on the pin rather than the path. But the path of the ball matters just as much. Your laydown helps create your spare angle. If your laydown changes constantly, your angles change constantly too. That's why repeatable spare shooters focus on creating the same ball path over and over again. You want your spare shots to feel predictable. Not random, not forced, predictable. The more repeatable the path becomes, the easier spare shooting gets. Alright, step number 4 is you need to remove emotion from the shot. This is a huge step here, so focus up, guys. A spare routine should calm your mind down. It should reduce pressure, reduce overthinking, reduce panic. The spare shooters don't make the game emotional. They trust their process. A repeatable routine gives your brain something familiar to rely on under pressure. That's why routines matter so much in sports. They simplify decision making. When pressure increases, simplicity becomes extremely important. Alright, now step number 5 is you need to learn to trust the same process every single time. This is where confidence is built. Most bowlers change too much. They miss one spare and suddenly they're changing targets, changing speed, changing timing, changing everything, really. Consistency doesn't come from constantly changing. Consistency comes from trusting repeatable references over time. The goal is not perfection. The goal is creating enough margin of error that your spare shooting holds up even when your execution isn't perfect. That's what great routines do. They create stability. Honestly, this is one of the biggest reasons why I even built the Band 3 spare system. I wanted a spare system that created repeatability, confidence, and simplicity under pressure, which is really hard to come by. So the simpler your spare decisions become, the easier bowling gets. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and make sure that you like and subscribe, and then let me know in the comments what part of spare shooting you struggle with the most. I appreciate all of you who continue to watch this channel, and so I'll see you in the next one coming up. And always remember, stay fluid.